Hey everyone, back again for Porsche Cup debrief from Road Atlanta, using the full circuit layout this time as opposed to the short which we used for TCR GT4 Pilot Series. Usual routine, jumped in after TCR, slow lap to avoid the pit lane start, had a drink, bathroom break, etc. To reset, ready for this one. I think we had I was P38, starting at the back. I think that's how many cars we started with, and we might have had one more from the lane perhaps, but yeah, somewhere around there. And hoping for a better result than last week, where I didn't progress as far through the field as I probably should have. So yeah, let's have a bit of a look at the opening lap or so, and then we'll sort of debrief a few different parts of the race, I guess. Just clutching on the formation there, just trying to save a little bit of fuel, minimise the stationary time later on in the race. So again, it's kind of my typical lap one approach here, is to make some positions if I can, but not get too carried away. I was surprised it wasn't too bad here. It was only one or two cars off track, considering close to 40 of us. So yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to avoid, which was a nice change. So yeah, well done for the most part for everyone there. I think we're P35, just 3 cars that have been off the road. Another one there, P34. A bit lazy on the gear shift there. Someone went a bit deep there, and just keeping an eye on the rejoin, but that was all good. Didn't feel like I quite had to overlap there, so I wanted to make sure I gave opportunity for him to come across, but he understeered a bit, so held the nose there for a little bit, but ultimately didn't get it done there. So yeah, P33, so it's 5 positions gained for that first lap sequence or so. So it looked like we're going to have to work a bit harder for it this week, which is good. That's fun. That's what you want. Yeah, not as much carnage to avoid, but still pretty busy because the field didn't stretch out quite as far. I think at this point I'm about 25 seconds off the lead or so. With the traffic to work through, so not really expecting to win the race or anything, but see what we can do. Able to make a few more positions here on this second lap. I think we're going to cross the line P30 after lap 2. So yeah, we'll just have a bit of a look from my TV cam here for a bit. One of the sweetest sounding cars on iRacing. These things are got the engine note pretty accurate for these. Just letting that car slot back in. There's no use. No use trying to get too aggressive straight up on that. I'm just happy if I don't get tangled up in anything on the opening couple of laps and get the tyres up to 10. Then we can start trying to work our way forward. Didn't see that in the mirror. There's a bit of a moment coming over the crest there. Looks like he did well to hang on to it. Kept it off the wall. So yeah, fun little exchange there up through turn 1. Was looking good here. I thought it's going to be a fun race with more cars to battle with for position, with not so many falling off the road. I took a little bit more curb than I intended there, but again with my field of view, just mainly just trying to make sure I've left plenty of room. Just putting my car on the other line there. Wasn't necessarily thinking that move was going to happen, but better to be on a different line in case someone does brake early. And then that was the case there. Braked early enough that I could actually get the move done. So anyway, we'll skip forward and see what else we can find. Just skipping through the lap 4. I think we're P28 at this point. A few little errors from people creeping in, and you see a couple of cars off track there as well. I think that's P26 there. Yeah, just having a decent little scrap with the car in front here. I think it might be Jared. Went a bit deep there, and then car on the exit. So yeah, it's just pretty fun with a lot going on. We've got the car in the mirror trying to recover from spin earlier. Yeah, he was looking for a move on me, and then Jared went a bit deep there. Was able to just get the run, try and show the nose up the inside here. And yeah, just got the overlap. And he lifted. Had been offline a bit. I wasn't real confident with my grip there, so I lifted a bit on the exit. The other car behind me followed me through there as well. And then just keep an eye on cars here that are having issues. P22, I think, at this point. So I can see on the left quarter he had damage there. So I was reasonably confident I could be pretty aggressive to get that move done quite quickly. And I think he just got on the gas a bit too early behind me and lost it on the exit there. I think that's, yeah, P21. There's that little battle. Pretty busy racetrack. If I get the drive on the tighter line to get the overlap, but managed to get it done. That looks like it left him vulnerable to the move into turn 1 there as well. Yeah, there it goes. Just saw that on the edge of the shot. Maybe we'll skip ahead again. Just another couple of examples of sort of looking up ahead. You can see the smoke on the entry, the car on the exit. So lifted to be able to hold the car on a tighter line than normal, and then again looking ahead to see what that other car was doing with the rejoin. Trying to see if we can get overlap in the braking area here. Just pinching the rears a little bit on the way in, but got it done. Almost dropped it on the exit. So that left us vulnerable here. So I had to leave room. Almost understeered off. And yeah, ended up costing me that position. Then there's a bit of action happening ahead. So yeah, just try to get the head down and regroup now. Tyres a little bit dirty from going offline a couple of times there, so just try to settle back down. And looking for the run here. Didn't quite get the overlap, so had to wait. So yeah, P18 at this point, and yeah, enjoying these battles coming through. Not sure why I lifted there. But yeah, able to get that one back. Same move as a couple laps ago, pretty much. Oh, had a little moment at the crest. And yeah, it looked like it was going to be too wide into one there, so just keeping an eye on what was happening. So yeah, pretty busy race this. There wasn't many boring laps. So this is just on the brakes a bit earlier than I thought he would be there. Closed up. Again, on the brakes a bit early, so I'm just trying to keep that in mind with how I get the move done. Got a bad exit here, but just trying to get settled down. Pulled a little gap from behind, so not under any pressure there. And you can see there how early this car's on the brakes, and I had to really pull it up to avoid there, because you can see it's going to be really slow at the apex. So you just got to be patient when you can see there's someone that's not quite as confident in the car. You've got to adjust what you're doing to make sure you do the move cleanly and don't end up spearing into the back of them. So again, it's just trying to not get too frustrated and make sure you set the move up. Try and think a bit ahead. Yeah, sometimes it can be difficult because you kind of got to brake earlier, but at the same time you're trying to get the move done. So that at some point it's just a question of where you're able to set it up to get the overlap, or to at least be in a position where you're going to get overlap if they brake early, but you want to be on a different line so you don't plow into the back of them when they do hit the brakes early. So again, sorry, I was on the brakes quite early, just moved the car over. And yeah, but that was 2 laps of following that car to sort of learn what was going to potentially happen and to look for that. Where if I just closed up on him and tried to make a move immediately, quite possibly would have ended up just spearing him off the road. Okay, so lap 11 I think it is, we're P13, so we're up 25 positions I think. Somewhere around there. So you're getting into another fun little scrap here. So again, just placing the car on the other lane, but didn't have the overlap, so made sure I left the apex available for him to come across. Got a car pretty close behind as well, so try not to become vulnerable there. But yeah, really fun race. This is a lot more work to do to get through the field. And you can see he actually moved over to defend. I'm not sure if he was just moving out of the way or that just chose to take that line to defend, but yeah, we got that done with a little bit of a pinch of the brakes on entry. So P12 on lap 12. Yeah, just skipping ahead a little bit further on that lap. So yeah, just you can see the different little lines there a little bit. Just trying to get the exit off that corner. Still didn't use all the track there. Should have really used a little bit of the curb, but yeah, it was enough to get a little bit more momentum and a touch of the toe. Set up that pretty classic move here at Road Atlanta. Again, just make sure you leaving room for the other car on the outside. Yeah, but it's always a fun move to set up that one, and you can usually do it pretty safely if you get that exit right at the bottom of the hill. So that got us up into P11. Yes, skipped ahead to lap 17 with P10 or 9 I think at the moment. A couple of cars have started doing pit stops, and been a few errors and that, so I've been able to make up a few more positions. And we're planning to come in this lap. You can see the car just braked a little bit early, so just moved across to make sure we weren't on the same line again, and went a little deep but got the move done, which is always good if you can make one just on the entry. Probably didn't attack that pit entry as much as I should have there, but better than crashing into the wall, which can be so easily done. And for once I think I didn't mess up anything in the pit stop. Had everything selected correctly, and I didn't miss my my pit box like I did at Watkins Glen, I think it was. So yeah, a smooth pit stop this time. So yeah, we came in 8th after just making that move on the in lap, and then I think we came out around 13th or something like that. Oops, a little bit of a touch there in front. So yeah, just coming out with the tyres having cooled off just a little bit, and just try and get back into rhythm. Yeah, P18, I think it's lap 11, sorry, P11 lap 18. And just coming up on Chris, I think they just lifted a little bit, wasn't sure if it was going to come across, so tried the outside, didn't work, cost me momentum here on the exit, so yeah, didn't pay off. But yeah, just having a bit of fun, just try something different. Some of the quicker cars just starting to filter out of the lane in front of us as well, so setting up for some good battles, although that one ended up moving aside, might have been a lap down, that one. So yeah, again, just trying to get this exit. Wasn't fantastic, but short shifted there, so try and minimise the wheel spin. And then it's just a question of trying to use the toe and keep the line. And yeah, decided to go the inside instead of the outside this time. And only just pulled it up. I think I just spent a lap or so fiddling with the brake vise a bit. Still not sure I got that right, but didn't quite run off the road that time, so it's all good. Lap or two later, I'm trying to push on a fair bit because there's about a 4-second gap to the next cars. I'm sitting P10, and yeah, just could not get it turned there. Just dragged the brake a bit too much, and managed to modulate it a little bit to stop ending up in the weeds. But yeah, let Chris back through and gave him a good couple of second gap there as well. So had a fair bit of work to do. Try and make that happen again. So yeah, just a bit untidy. Try to settle back down, get into a rhythm. skipping ahead to lap 23, still in P10. So Chris just has a little bit of a moment at the crest there, so it enables me to close that gap a bit quicker than what I had been. So again, just trying to work my way down here to that exit at the bottom of the hill and set the move up into the chicane again. And just short shifting a little bit to try and avoid wheel spin. A little bit further back this time than I wanted to be, so I was just being a bit cautious heading down here, just trying to see what line Chris was going to choose. And committed it, but yeah, it was a bit hairy. A bit of steering correction on the way in, and got it done. He went pretty deep too, so he was just looked like he was having a look up the inside, so I was leaving room. Then yeah, I think we might have chatted on the radio briefly there, and decided we'd try and work together to close the gap, because it was about 5 or 6 seconds ahead at this point. So yeah, it was a fun battle. I was probably struggling with tyres a little bit. I think when you work through the field on these style of drives, it's easy to use up a bit more of the tyre. You're not always taking ideal lines, and yeah, it was pretty deep. See, it just locked. Rotated a little bit on the entry. Lock up, but yeah, got it done. I think that might have been an off track just at the apex, perhaps. But yeah, fun little exchange, because it actually slid pretty well through the entry of one there as well. I think the tyres just overheated. Easy to do in these things towards the end of the race. Yeah, so yeah, that was P9, and enjoying a pretty fun race here, and Chris sticking with me right in the mirror. So head on to lap 29, P8 at this point. Close that gap down to a bit over 2 seconds. Just a little bit of traffic there, so just taking it easy, just getting out the throttle a little bit just to read what was happening. And yeah, just really trying to push, see if we can make up a couple of positions perhaps before the end. It's only a few minutes, or a lap or two to the end here, so just seeing what we can do. Because I missed that nowhere near where I should have been there. Just pushing a bit too hard. But yeah, just trying to close the gap, get the job done. So yeah, you can see there's another lap car there, which had, I think it was Lachlan that I was trying to chase down side by side into there. So I thought, try and squeeze through, and then the lap car just had a little bit of a moment coming down over the crest. Just gave a little flash of the lights to say, hey, I'm going to have a look. So we both leave each other plenty of room there and get that done. So I'm not sure who it was in that car, but yeah, that was well done. It's easy to get flustered when you're sort of just recovering from a small error as well. So yeah, it was good. Actually, I think he might have got involved in something in the background there. There might have been another car rejoin or something. Not sure, didn't quite catch that. But yeah, then we were able to get that moved on Lachlan. So that was P7. Oh, he just started blinking. Oh, and there he is. There he is back. So yeah, wow, he blinked for a long time. But he came back. So he's having a look. Didn't have overlap, wasn't quite close enough. So yeah, fun battle. I think there's about a 4-second gap ahead. So yeah, it's just still trying to push to close that gap, but also trying to defend from Lachlan. Is really sticking with us. So yeah, pushing hard. Tyre's not all that happy. Yeah, made a silly mistake there. Gone to the inside, trying to defend it. Really close wheel-to-wheel racing here. A lot of fun. One of the lap cars doing a good job just to move over there. Didn't want to get involved. So you can see he had the run with the slipstream, so I went to the inside early to try and defend it that way. Again, just went a bit deeper on the brakes, so there was no overlap at the entry. And trying to live on, but yeah, this getting into this sort of scrap. You can see that's a white flag. The gap in front had extended to about 6 seconds, so it was actually cost some time a little bit, but yeah, it was good fun. I think that might have been one of the cars ahead which got involved in something. We gained a position there. I think that's P6 on the final lap. Actually got near the apex that time. It's such a tricky corner, that one. But yeah, very fun track. So we actually closed 2.5 seconds so on this lap. The other guys in front were starting to scrap a little bit, and yeah, frustratingly, we might have been able to catch another 2 or 3 cars. There was a couple extra laps, but that's not the way it is. But yeah, P38 or so to P6 at the line, and yeah, really fun race and great battles with everyone. And as you can see, there was a lot less incidents and you know, cars strewn across the track to avoid during the race. So it made it a very busy race, a lot more cars on track fighting actually for position, and yeah, a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that one. Bit of a shout out to Scotty as well, my teammate. He's just recently joined the team, and he gained 18 positions to get into P4, I believe, as well. So yeah, fun race. Probably one of the better ones, and yeah, capped off a nice Wednesday after getting the win in TCR. So yeah, hopefully that was a bit of fun to watch, and I'll see if I can continue doing these perhaps in the future rounds. Cheers.